It's been a long time to be missing you. You're on your way now, lover, and I'm over the moon. Everything's all in place, but there is one thing clear. Christmas isn't Christmas till you get here. Those sleigh bells ring, ring, ring. Whole room is bling, bling, bling. So many fairy lights are busy sparkling. They glimmer and they glow. It's all for you, my dear. Christmas isn't Christmas till you get here. There's a present by the fireplace, wrapped especially for you. But all that I want is to see your face. That's how you make my wish come true. The second-hand taste by giving me butterflies. You're getting close now, baby. I can feel it inside. And when you're holding me, that's when you make my year. Christmas isn't Christmas till you get here. Christmas isn't Christmas till you get here. There's a present by the fireplace, wrapped especially for you. All that I want is to see your face. That's how you make my wish come true. I hear a doorbell chime, baby, I'll try it on time. 5 little tastes and I'm looking into your eyes. I better run, because it's all so near. Christmas isn't Christmas till you get here. Christmas isn't Christmas till you get here. Christmas isn't Christmas till you get here.
Hi everyone, welcome back to, I was about to say my old channel name, Gavin Reads It All. I am in dire need of a sort of December reset, but also to immerse myself in more good festive books. I've just did a vlog that is the total antithesis of this vlog, by the way. I want wholesome in this one. I want cozy. I want winter and Christmas. I want you to be able to feel it through the screen. So I'm going to be reading 4 very festive Christmassy reads to really capture that Christmas spirit and to give myself a merry little Christmas. I don't think there's anything cozier or more magical to read around Christmas time than middle grade. So the 4 books that I'm reading are middle grade books. This will be spoiler free, so it's okay if you don't read middle grade or if you don't really care for the books. You can still come along for the ride. I promise there's going to be more festive action in this. For example, I'm going to see Leona Lewis tomorrow in concert. She is doing a Christmas tour at the minute, although she did cancel her last date a few days ago because she lost her voice. So fingers crossed it actually goes ahead tomorrow. But I'm looking to do a little bit of a December reset. I've been changing the library room around again. I want to make like gingerbread lattes. I want to go out into the Christmas markets and immerse myself in Christmas. The 4 books I'm reading in this video are Stepfather Christmas by L.D. Lapinski. I'm already halfway through this book, so I'm really excited to finish it off tonight. I will also be reading The Christmas Carrolls by Mel Taylor-Bessent. The 3rd book will be The Ice Children by M.J. Leonard, one of my favourite middle grade authors. And finally, I will be getting to The Snow Girl by Sophie Anderson, who is genuinely my favourite middle grade author. And a huge thank you to Sophie Anderson for sending me a signed copy of this book too. I am also super proud to say that I will be working with Skillshare again, the sponsor of the Give Yourself a Merry Little Christmas reading vlog. Skillshare has been an absolute godsend to me this year for fueling my creative passions. And with the new year slowly creeping up, what better time to begin turning your passions into a paycheck? I genuinely believe 2024 is the year that you and I achieve our dreams. So what is it you're passionate about? Becoming popular on social media? Music production? making beautiful art, cooking, making games, YouTube, starting a business. Everything you could possibly want to explore and hone your craft on is on Skillshare, shared by so many passionate and creative people ready to tell you everything from their experiences. Personally, I have a lot of creative passions, just not enough time to do them. Or so I think. I've been learning so much that the problem isn't actually time, it's how I use it. A class on Skillshare by Alli has been changing my life recently. It's called Productivity for Creators, Systems, Organization and Workflow. It doesn't just cover productivity in general, but how I, as a full-time content creator, need to organize my time for my specific needs. Productivity means something different to everyone, and it's a class I highly recommend. And even if you're not a creator, there are hundreds of other productivity classes that you can search for and find within your specific field or productivity in general, all with a goal to make 2024 hopefully your most productive year. The first 500 people to use my link in the description box or in the pinned comment down below will get a 1-month free trial to Skillshare. Think of what your New Year's resolution is, get that free trial to Skillshare, and explore the vast amount of classes to make that New Year's resolution a reality. A huge thank you to Skillshare for sponsoring this video and making Christmas magic happen. As already mentioned, I am in the middle of reading Stepfather Christmas by Lapinski. This follows Harper. She lives with her mum and her brother, and 25 days before Christmas, her mum tells them that she has a boyfriend. Her boyfriend is called Nick, and as soon as Harper meets him, she thinks that he is Santa Claus. There are certain clues, certain things that have been happening that seem a little bit magical that Harper can't quite explain, such as like snow falling on just their house and nobody else's, for instance. So, you know, she has a compelling case about why this man is Santa Claus. But of course, it's a little bit ridiculous, isn't it? Like, Santa Claus, come on. But of course, no one really believes her yet. So the way the story is going, it seems like she's kind of taking everything in. She's kind of gathering evidence about why Nick is potentially Santa. This has been so magical so far. I really love the fact that we have a single mum here who has been raising her 2 kids. And there was something Harper said about her mum going out of her way to make it feel like Christmas. Even though they don't have the most amount of money or anything like that, she still provides for her kids and tries to make it feel as magical as possible. It just reminds me of my mum. You know, she was a single mum to 3 kids back in the 2000s, and she did go out of her way to make sure that me, my brother and my sister had the best Christmases possible. She always made it feel like the house was Santa's grotto. She always put herself into debt to get us presents, and she's just an absolute icon, queen. We love her. So it's really nice to get those feelings from this book. But also, one thing that I kind of wish that I did now is that this book is kind of written in a way that you could read it like an advent calendar. So you read 1 chapter a day from the 1st of December to the 25th of December. Because in the author's note at the start, Lapinski mentions that you can read the story in the style of an advent calendar. Start on the 1st of December and read 1 chapter each day during the lead up to Christmas, get into the final chapter on Christmas Day itself. It's a book that can be read alone or with someone special or in a group altogether. And I absolutely love that idea. It is very unique, very creative. And yeah, I genuinely do wish that I had just done that. But alas, we have a week of festive middle grade goodness, so we are going to make the most of it. And I'm about to, well, actually, I'll make myself a gingerbread latte first, and then I will lie on the sofa. I might bring my blanket down, and we'll read the rest of Stepfather Christmas.
Silent night, holy night, all is calm, all is bright, round yon virgin mother and child. Holy infant, so tender and mild, sleep in heavenly peace. Sleep in heavenly peace. Silent night, holy night, shepherds quake at the sight
I'm a little bit triggered by the mention of Royal Mail in this, because I've been waiting all freaking day for Royal Mail. They send an email saying, oh, we expect to deliver between 8 and 12, and it is now like 5 p.m. Nothing. Still nothing. And I know the time's going to just be an estimate, but like it's just not here at all today. And it was supposed to come today. What if I'd taken a day off? Obviously I work from home. But what if I didn't? What if I'd taken a day off today for the parcels to come today? Because they said they would come today. You know what I mean? I know I know I'm being a little bit petty now, and it is nearly Christmas, so they're obviously going to be busy, but still, I'm a little bit triggered. Nick has loads of bags of mail, which is another strike for Nick being Father Christmas, but also, again, triggered by the mention of Lapland, because I was supposed to go to Lapland this month that I had booked last year, but then it was just getting a little bit too costly, and I decided to go ahead with my Japan trip. So I chose Japan over Lapland this year. So it's a little bit sad, but hopefully one day I can get to Lapland. It would be an absolute dream. But Lapinski, stop triggering me. And look who decided to join, because he just will not leave me alone. Ash. Also, I didn't want to say this because this is a wholesome vlog, but Nick, he just lifted up a crate who, Hopper says, the guys who delivered it had to use a special lift for especially heavy packages to unload it, and yet he lifted it up with no effort. I mean, I'm not saying it. Oh my god, I finished this, and then I was like, I'm going to reward myself with just a cheeky little YouTube video or something. Ended up watching a nearly 4-hour documentary on a YouTuber I've never heard of before. All because it was YouTube drama. Apparently someone called James Summerton, who I've never ever heard of before. They had plagiarized so many videos, and it is really messed up. So yeah, someone's uploaded a 4-hour documentary on it. So I've been watching that since finishing Stepfather Christmas. I do that too much. The amount of times this year I've ended up watching hours upon hours of YouTube videos exposing people I've never heard of before. Like, I had no idea who Colleen Ballinger was until Swoop made a documentary about it, and that's just one of many examples. However, Stepfather Christmas, L.D. Lapinski, was fantastic. I just love how it really embodied the great magic of Christmas, and a lot of that is really to do with family and the family dynamic between this single mum who's dating someone and her 2 children, and how their 2 children respond to that. There were so many moments that really do fill you with Christmas joy and Christmas cheer, and you're like, oh, I do those traditions as well in my family. It feels very quintessential Christmas, and I think a lot of people who read this will be like, oh yeah, I recognize doing that myself. I do that every year too, you know? It's things like that that really do stick out. There's also some LGBTQ plus representation, and I always love supporting that. I won't tell you as well whether or not Nick is actually Santa Claus. I think this book does a good job at making you doubt, but also making you believe. There are arguments for both sides, and I think it'll be really fun for you to figure it out on your own. Now I just need some studio to adapt this into a movie. Please and thank you. I can see this becoming a festive classic. So I have the audio for the Christmas carols on Everend, so I will listen to this audibly because I do have a lot of tidying up that I need to do. And I have been changing the library room around again. And I've taken all the middle grade off of the shelves and replaced it with my YA and adult books. And I put the manga where the YA and adult books are right now. So I've got a lot of my middle grades all boxed up and they are going up into my bedroom. I am hoping to move out of this house at the start of next year. I'm having some conversations with people about that. So currently my middle grade is going into storage, apart from like some of my favourite ones, which I do have on the bookshelf next to my classics. So they're staying there for now, but I will most likely be boxing everything up. No word on like me actually moving just yet, but I also didn't really like the closed feeling I got when coming into the library. It was very crammed, and that was because I had an island bookcase in the middle, and I just didn't really like that anymore. It was making the room feel very packed, and I just want more space. I want more places where I can sit and film, and getting the island bookshelf out of this room has really helped with that. So even though I still have so many aches and pains still of being on the vibration plate the other day, I'm gonna have to lug all of this upstairs, and it's not gonna be easy. Not with 2 cats that constantly get in my way.
Silent night, holy night, Son of God, love's pure light.
I'm absolutely not showing myself on camera right now. Not long woken up, I got myself a breakfast panini from a breakfast place I like to order from every now and then. And I got myself a coffee and an orange juice. And I've also just been looking for some random Bookmas content, and I found someone called Mariah Akinbi, I think. So I'm going to watch this reading for 21 hours straight while I have my breakfast. I need to make this a quick update because I need to leave so that I can go to the Leona Lewis concert. I'm very, very excited. I have managed to clear everything that was on the floor. The library room is feeling so much bigger now, and I'm so happy because I needed this space. But yeah, anyway, I don't have enough time to talk. I will show you everything later. Yes, I did finish the Christmas Carrolls last night, and it was so wholesome, so cute. I really enjoyed it. And at first I was a bit worried because I was like, oh, me and this family aren't going to get on. Because Holly, her family pretty much celebrate Christmas 24/7. 365 days a year, they celebrate Christmas. Or like they have a lot of Christmas terminologies that they use. Holly comes up with these like little inventions. She's trying to get on the like invention board that her dad has. And it's like a very imaginative and really positive family, which is nothing wrong with that, honestly. And I love the fact that Holly, so they end up getting a house on, I think it was Slay Avenue, or like it was like the third most festive named street in the world. And obviously the Carrolls want to live on that street. So they move to this new place, and Holly goes from being homeschooled to actually going to a school for the first time. And I loved seeing that transition. I loved seeing how Holly adapted, and also to, I mean, my heart went out for Holly because obviously it's not the most normal thing to celebrate Christmas 24/7, but there's something about Christmas and having Christmas cheer and the positivity and uplifting feeling you get around Christmas. I mean, not all the time, obviously. And you know what? It's a big lesson in this as well, that sometimes Christmas doesn't solve all your problems, you know? Sometimes there are problems there that need a little bit more than just Christmas cheer. And it's a great moral and lesson for Holly and her family to learn. But also there is something to learn from Holly and her family also. There is a certain charm about having Christmas spirit all year round. You know, you don't have to celebrate Christmas all year round, but as long as you have that, you know, nice and kind feeling that you get towards like your neighbors or, you know, other family members or friends, you know, just having that nice positive attitude all year round is something that a lot of people can benefit from. But obviously as well, like this tackles other stuff as well, like real life problems, in Holly kind of opening her eyes to the outside world a little bit. So I think it's perfect for the festive season. I cannot wait to read book 2 and 3. I would also love to see how this family tackle Halloween. I don't think the second or the third book cover that, but it would be so interesting to see, I think. Very charming, would 10 out of 10 recommend. And now I've got to leave. I've got to get to town.
Now that's too strong, 'cause it is my favorite holiday. But all this year's been a busy blur. Don't think I have the energy to add to my already bad brush, just 'cause it's 'tis the season. The perfect gift for me would be completions and connections back from last year. Ski shop encounter, most interesting. Had his number but never the time.
Most of 81 best along those lines.
So deck those halls, trim those trees, raise up cups of Christmas cheer. I just need to catch my breath. Christmas by myself this year. Count a picture, frozen landscape, chilled this room for 24 days. Evergreens, sparkling snow, get this winter over with. Flashback to springtime, saw him again. Would have been good to go for a lunch. Couldn't agree, we're both free. We tried, we said we'd keep in touch. Didn't of course till summertime. Out to the beach, twos both could have joined him. No, this time it was me. Sunburn in the 3rd degree. Now the calendar's just one page, and of course I am excited. 2 nights a night, but I set my mind not to do much about it.
Christmas is all.
Oh no, you don't. Merry Christmas, but I think I'll miss this one this year. Merry Christmas, but I think I'll miss this one this year. Merry Christmas, but I think I'll miss this one this. Hard to dash in through the snow, 'cause I bundled up too tight. Last minute, have to do a few cards, a few calls, because it's RSVP. No thanks, no party lights, it's Christmas Eve. Gonna relax, turn down all of my invites. Last fall I had a night of myself. Same guy called Halloween party. Waited all night for him to show. This time his car wouldn't go.
I'm sorry.
Let it go, it's getting late. Trudge on home to celebrate in a quiet way. Unwind, doing Christmas right this time.
Cool.
Merry Christmas, couldn't miss this one this year. Merry Christmas, couldn't
But I
miss
don't
this
look
one
like I
this year.
ski.
Merry Christmas,
Well, I can ski.
Merry Christmas.
Ski just fine.
I mean, this is terrible lighting yet again, but this is the festive Christmas jumper that I got from the Leona Lewis concert. I'm not drunk. I just can't spin very well. This was at the merch stand and I had to get it. It has fa la 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 on it, which I think is pretty awesome. And it's just so comfy and cozy. And you know what? I love me a Christmas sweater slash jumper slash whatever you want to call it. But the Royal Mail thing that didn't come on Monday, it came yesterday while I was out, but I wasn't in, so it had to get redelivered to today. So they came. I can show you. One of them is a festive jumper, and the other two are jumpers I just got off Etsy. They're not festive, but they are all one piece. So this is the one piece festive jumper, which I got from Mankind. And I was bullied into getting this, by the way. I was on a live show, I think it was on Patreon, and somebody mentioned there was a one-piece jumper, Christmas jumper on Mankind. And I was like, well, I'm gonna have to get it on tie. And then the other two jumpers are just normal. We have this one, which is just white. It doesn't look white right now because of the lighting, but it is white with the Straw Hat logo that Luffy himself draws. So I think it's so cute. And this one, which is also iconography from One Piece and the Straw Hats. Those two were very limited edition, sold out straight away from Apparel-Asia, I think. This store here, which honestly, it did sell out so super quick. But I love making some festive jumpers and I'm just in love with this one. I went to the woman as well at the kiosk. Can anyone wear that or is it just for women? And she was like, anyone. I was like, great. Not that it's ever stopped me before, so I'm just wearing it. I haven't made any more progress with reading, but I will read more tonight. I'm going to be reading The Ice Children next by MJ Leonard. This one is about a young girl. I believe her brother checks a book out of the library, and when he opens it, he gets frozen or something like that, and his sister has to try and save him. If I'm wrong on that synopsis, I will let you know as soon as I've started it. Ash, look how it is. I love you too. I love you too. But I have a Patreon festive movie night in just over an hour. So I have around about maybe 30-45 minutes to read and then do the festive movie night. I'm doing so many festive movie nights with my patrons this month. We're doing 11 Christmas films, 1 normal film, and I'm still doing my Charmed Witch along too. So if you want to join in, that's awesome. If not, that's okay too. I've got a link in the description. But it's super nice to be able to do these movie nights because honestly, sometimes I feel pretty lonely. And watching Christmas movies on my own just doesn't really hit the same anymore. So it's something I look forward to every single week. Oh, I'm sorry, Ash. I put all of my jumpers on his bed. Sorry, I moved them for you. There you go. Yeah, I love you too. Oh, I did love you. Look how beautiful you are. Are we going to snuggle and watch the Christmas film later? We are watching Candy Cane Lane tonight, the new one on Prime. So I'm very excited because I love Eddie Murphy. I think it's going to be awesome. Also, the Leona Lewis concert was amazing, by the way. She did cancel a date before Newcastle because she had lost her voice. She wasn't really 100%. And even during the live show as well, she said, look guys, I'm not 100%, but I'm going to do my best, and if you guys can join in as well, that'd be awesome. And you know what? She still gave an incredible performance. I absolutely loved it from start to finish. It was so festive, so many great songs that she sang. I love her classic hits, and she did like Bleed in Love and Run and so much more, and I just, it was just so good. Really gave me the festive spirit. You know what? She is so super nice as well. It's the second time I've met her in person. I met her once before at the 2016 I Am tour, and I got a photo with her outside. And she was absolutely lovely both times, and I just love Leona. But I want to see how much I can get read before the live show later. And you know what? I'm not feeling that tired. So hopefully even after the film, I will still feel awake enough to maybe finish this tonight. I don't know, it's a bit of an ask. For some reason, I feel like this one-piece Christmas jumper makes me look like Nora Crank from Christmas with the Cranks. I mean, I still enjoy it. I still like the Christmas jumper, but I stayed up until like 3 a.m. reading The Ice Children by M.G. Leonard, and it is so good. I did really like it. I didn't even really realise that this was supposed to have elements of the Snow Queen, and that's kind of the retelling aspect of it. Although there are other kind of things woven into the narrative that gives it a little bit more of a feel outside of just the Snow Queen. But these ice children, they do keep popping up in this park where Bianca, the main character, found her younger brother. Well, actually, she didn't find him. The police found him, and Bianca's family had like come to see him. It is such a fantastic premise. I love the idea that, because it is this book that Finn had, and he wouldn't let Bianca see it, and he acted really strangely, and even Bianca, she shouted at him and told him that she wished that she had a sister, and all of these things at the very start of the book that she feels really guilty for. So it like propels her forward, and I love a protagonist who is so active and so headstrong. I felt a little bit bad for the police at the very beginning because, you know, they were saying, oh, we're going to do all we can, and then Bianca's like, they're not going to do anything, I'm going to do it myself. I felt like some of that was a little bit unwarranted because they probably were going to try and do all they can. But then you kind of realise as you go on that the adult characters in this are going to act like middle grade adult characters. They're just not going to believe Bianca whenever she tells them about something to do with her brother, the case and stuff. So she does end up, you know, looking into it further. More ice children pop up. There are these ice books that melt so that nobody can see them, but Bianca does find a way to the Winter Wonderland, and yeah, the adventure kind of continues from there. So I love the characters. I also really do enjoy the themes of this story. We do end up going into themes of, you know, the environment, global warming, things to do with the planet, and also like how important children are. I do love stories where it's kind of reiterated, oh, you know, the children are our future, they're so important, they're going to change the world. Sometimes I feel like that's so much pressure on children readers to have to act and do something, and I found like I love the first half of this story. I didn't love the ending. I didn't love the direction we took and kind of how not exactly forceful, like it wasn't subtle, the themes and the messages that were conveyed at the end of this story. I mean, it does fit with the overall narrative, don't get me wrong, but it kind of started to feel a little bit pantomime at certain points of like the final few chapters. Kind of broke the fourth wall just a little bit in order to tell the children of our world, you're important and you need to do something about this world that we've messed up. Obviously, that's not entirely the message or anything, but it's kind of hard when you're an adult reader reading this and not seeing that. But I think perfect for the middle grade audience. I just worry that, you know, a lot of children will probably read this and think, oh, I need to do something, which obviously would be great, but like, it's just like so much pressure on them. I would have just loved it had it been just a little bit more subtle. But I did listen along with the audiobook. The audiobook is absolutely fantastic. It was absolutely wonderful. So many great sound effects, and just the voice actors were just brilliant. Such an enjoyable read still. And, you know, I love MG Leonard and I love her book so much. So this is another win for MG Leonard, in my opinion. I don't think like the ending or anything really took away from the magic I felt from the beginning of this. So I think it's still worth checking out. Which leaves one more book to go. Sophie Anderson's The Snow Girl. Very excited about this. I'm going to read this one physically. I've got my coffee. I might lie down on the sofa, give it a read, see if my cats want to snuggle. It is the middle of the day. It's only 1 p.m. and I've already had to turn on all the fairy lights. It's so dark outside. It's raining. The snow is gone. It is now just grey skies and rain. I'm so sad, but I'm so excited to read this. I have a Charmed Witch Along live show tonight, watching 3 more episodes of Charmed, so I really want to get this done before then. I'm believing in a Christmas miracle that I get this done today. Oh my gosh, it's a Christmas miracle. My China trip in April 2025 has literally just sold out. So that was the last spot gone. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. Anyway, sorry. It's just been such a blissful week. It's just been so nice and chill. I've been feeling more social and yeah, just like letting the Christmas spirit infest me. I'm not gonna lie, I usually do find Christmas time very stressful. Don't get me wrong, I still love it. I love the magic of Christmas. I love Christmas films, Christmas music. I love the lights and the decorations. But usually I'm just stressed all the time. But I've allowed myself to really feel not stressed. How did that happen? I don't know. Is it maybe because I just read 4 great festive reads? And when I say festive, I mean the Snow Girl isn't really festive. It's definitely wintry. And, you know, same with like the Ice Children actually. It wasn't exactly specific to Christmas, which I really liked. But oh my gosh, that looks stunning. That looks stunning in this light. Wow. Okay, anyway, sorry. The Snow Girl, I finished it and I still have like 50-ish minutes until my live show tonight, and I have another live show after that as well. I do work a lot, that is true. I should probably try to balance that in 2024. Anyway, this isn't a reading vlog dedicated to my New Year's resolutions. This is a reading vlog dedicated to some great middle grade reads and just feeling festive. And The Snow Girl, was so amazing. I freaking loved it. Sophie Anderson can do no wrong. She's hit it out of the park yet again. She makes the best and most beautiful and most lyrically gorgeous middle grades I have ever had the pleasure of reading. She is, without a doubt, my reigning champ, my queen of middle grade. And after The Snow Girl, oh my gosh, seriously, she cannot put out a single bad book. Like, it goes against the very fabric of her being. The Snow Girl, it was so good, it got me a little bit emotional at the end. But apparently this is based off of a Russian folktale, which a lot of Sophie Anderson books are. In fact, all of Sophie Anderson's books are pretty much taken from Russian folklore, but they're given a Sophie Anderson middle grade spin. And yet she still writes the most universally beautiful books that honestly anybody should be able to read. Adults, kids, doesn't matter who, you will take something from it. In this one we do follow Tasha. She lives on a farm with her grandfather, her mother, and she helps out, but you know, Tasha, she's feeling pretty lonely and she ends up building a Snow Girl, which is the story that's based off Russian folktales. Her grandfather tells her the story and she wants to build it, and she builds it with her grandfather. It's a really beautiful, touching moment. And she also gets a wish, and she wishes that the Snow Girl will become real, and lo and behold, the Snow Girl does become real. She is called Leona, and what I love so much about this book is that Tasha, she starts off as this character who is a bit timid. She is a little bit anxious about meeting other people and just kind of putting herself out there. She doesn't have a whole lot of confidence, but she does feel lonely. And I love how Sophie Anderson perfectly encaptures and embodies her loneliness. Her loneliness is embodied in the farm, like the vastness of the white snow and the setting, everything. It's beautifully depicted in Tasha's loneliness, and yet there is still serenity and beauty within these gorgeous descriptions. And you're rooting for Tasha to really develop and come into her own. Hi, Tobu. You haven't really said hello in this vlog yet, have you? What's this? I will get him before this vlog ends. I tricked him. I made him think that I was putting treats in his bowl. Am I naughty? Am I on the naughty list because I tricked you? Am I? I just love you so much. You're just the beautifulest. You and your brother. But to be fair, if I'm on the naughty list, so are you. Go eat and be merry. Yeah, so I totally lost my train of thought. I love this story because it really does show Tasha and her development, her confidence growing, and the way that she absolutely loves her family, the relationship with her grandfather, the relationship between Leona and Tasha too, and the friendship that blossoms from it, and the importance of springtime coming and saying goodbye to winter, and just like the moving of the seasons, and the importance of balance, and just all of the great stuff. I just thought it had a beautiful, beautiful plot, amazing stories. I freaking loved it. I always love Sophie Anderson's books so much. If you've never read Sophie Anderson before, do it. As soon as this video ends, do it. Sophie Anderson is a goddess with a pen. Or a keyboard, probably most likely a keyboard. Genuinely, everything she touches turns to gold. I just loved it so much. I really did. And the illustrations by Melissa Castrillon. Like when you see the chapter headings or how beautiful the page borders are. Her illustrations really do capture the beauty of the story and just how gorgeously magical and wonderful it really is. So yeah, we ended this vlog with one of my new favourite middle grade books ever. I'm going to be reading this for years and years to come. In fact, I really enjoyed all of the books that I read in this video. Just a quick rundown of what I read in this vlog. Stepfather Christmas by L.D. Lapinski, The Christmas Carrolls by Mel Taylor-Bessent, The Ice Children by M.G. Leonard, and The Snow Girl by Sophie Anderson. All 4 of them, were just so good. So good. Could not recommend them enough. And this time of year is just absolutely perfect to read all 4 of them. Please let me know if you've read any of these and talk to me about them in the comments below. I would love to talk about these books with you. And if I don't see you before Christmas, I really do hope that you have the best Christmas ever. I hope that your days are filled with such joy and beauty and amazingness, and that the new year, 2024, will be our best year yet. So thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Don't forget to leave this video a like if you enjoyed, and subscribe if you haven't already. A huge thank you again to Skillshare for sponsoring this video, and a huge thank you as well to my patrons and my One Piece channel members for supporting my channel. If you'd like to join my Patreon or my One Piece channel membership, then all the links are down in the description box. But yeah, I hope I will see you in the next video. Bye!